Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Pretty Girl Confessions. I'm your host, dear Pretty Girl, and today we're discussing you don't need a year to glow up. You just need 3 months of real dedication and real discipline. Let's get into it. Number one, cut out the distractions immediately. Get rid of everything that is taking away from your actual glow up. So stop with the late night scrolling, stop with the Netflix binges, stop with the actual overeating of food. Stop with the late night hookups with guys that actually don't even respect you as a person. Stop with all of these activities and habits and traits that you are practicing in that keep you from being your dream self. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know there are certain habits that you keep participating in that are keeping you further and further and further away from being glowed up. So, rule number one is literally cut out everything that is keeping you from being your dream self. This is a non negotiable. Actually, all of the things I'm going to talk about in this video are non negotiables. So, cut it out. Like, you know what you're doing wrong, figure it out, get rid of it. It's not that hard. Next thing you need to do is you need to lock in your routine. This is crucial. You need to figure out what time you need to wake up, what time you need to go to bed, what time you need to eat, what time you need to do all these things. And I know some people say you shouldn't plan what time you eat because you should just eat when you're hungry. But I am telling you, you need to plan a time that you are going to be making dinner by. Like, what time is that going to be? Because if you don't plan that, then you're going to get really hungry because it's going to be way past the time you're supposed to be eating, and then you're going to fall off with eating random junk food. I'm speaking from experience, just so all of you know. Also, I don't think I've mentioned this yet, but side note, I am a nutritionist and a personal trainer. So that's my credentials, just so you know. So lock in your routine with the same wake up time, same workout schedule, same habits daily. Your results come from repetition, not just motivation. Motivation wears off very, very quickly. But if you keep repeating the same things, you will get there. You will get there. It's built on consistency, which means even on the days where you don't do everything 100%, you still wake up the next day and go at it. You still try, you still work your ass off, you still try your hardest. Step three, you're gonna fix your diet. It's about consistency, not being perfect, like I just said. So, high protein, whole foods, high fiber is the name of the game here. You do not want to be eating a crappy diet and just eating it because it fits in your macros, quote unquote. That is the key to overeating and setting yourself up for the most failure possible. Because if you eat really crappy foods and they still fit in your macros and fit in your calories, you will start failing. I'm not someone that agrees with the whole idea of as long as it fits in my macros. No, this is a glow up. This is not you half-assing it. Do you want to half-ass the rest of your life? No, you probably don't. You want to actually have the dream life you envision and you aspire to have. So, let's start now with having our dream life by actually doing the work that we need to do, which means we need to eat right, we need to eat whole foods, figure out what foods you like. It's so simple. You can literally eat the same thing every single day. You could eat one meal a day, you could eat 2 meals a day, but you need to figure out what your calories are, what your caloric deficit needs to be, and then figure out what foods and how much of everything fits into everything. Be boring with it. Like, quite frankly, be so boring with it. I eat pretty much the same thing every single day. I do a lean meat, I do some eggs, and I do lots and lots of leafy vegetables. I love cabbage, I love spinach, I love kale, and I love blueberries. So I keep certain things in my daily rotation. Some days I might have something extra or different, but I always keep a couple of the same meals on rotation. So fix your diet. Fix your diet. And I'm being so serious with this. With me, when I'm on a diet, I literally cut out coffee. And the reason why I do this is because I'm cutting out the dairy and the sugar so that I can really just focus on getting the most clean, effective nutrition. I really only drink coffee nowadays if I'm on vacation. I literally only go and get coffee if I'm on a vacation because I'm walking around a city and I pop into a little coffee shop. So now it's to where I'm getting rewarded for my hard work by only having certain things when it's a special occasion like a vacation or a date night or something sweet like that. So fix your diet. What you do daily matters so much more. It matters so much more because you literally can't get fit from one workout, but you also can't get fat from one bad day of eating. But if you consistently eat the same foods that are in the same that put you in the same caloric deficit every single day, you will lose weight. You will glow up. That's science. That's how it works. Number 4, you need to have a real workout plan that's centered around your goals. So, this is where a lot of ladies get so messed up is because they see these trends going on of toning workouts, Pilates, you need to be doing yoga, actually, you need to be running, oh, actually, you need to be doing this. First of all, I don't believe that there is one perfect workout for everyone because it depends on where you're at. Okay? Because if you're skinny, but you're like skinny fat, doing a whole bunch of cardio, you'll lose weight, but then you might not look the shape of your body. Your body might not be a shape that you like. So that means you need muscle. Or you could be someone that has definitely a lot of muscle. You've been doing strength training for a while, but you look all big and puffy. Girl, you don't need to be doing all that strength training. Now, if you really want to glow up, you need to cut and you need to do cardio. So you need to figure out for what your goals are and where you're starting at, what type of workout plan you need. Because I know for me, before I became a personal trainer, I literally kept doing strength training, getting stronger, stronger, stronger. And I wasn't getting thinner, thinner, thinner. I wasn't getting more cut. I wasn't getting more feminine looking. I felt like I was bulky. And I know people say, oh, it's hard to get bulky. Saying that you're going to get bulky is like an insult to people that actually work out hard. No. For me, I wasn't training like a Olympic weightlifter, but girl, it looked like I was. I had people asking me if I was a bodybuilder because I was so jacked. And I wasn't training to be a bodybuilder. So if you have the right genetics and the right body type, I'm a mesomorph, you can easily look bulky. You can. And I hate that people say it's a myth. Most people know you're not going to look bulky, but if you're already very athletic, very muscular with how much muscle mass you have in your body, yeah, you definitely can get bulky very quickly just from training the way that you train. So figure out what workout works for your body. Should you be doing weights? Does that make sense for you right now? Should you be doing extra cardio? I also like to point this out. What is the one thing you actively avoid in the gym all the time? What's the thing you dread the most? That's probably what you need to be doing. If you never like doing like your core, your ab workouts, put on the Daisy Keach Hourglass abs workout and start doing that every single day. I'm not even joking. Do it every single day. That's a 10-minute workout. You are not going to get fatigued from that. You are not going to overtrain by doing a 10-minute workout every single day. Also, just get your steps in. Like, literally walk outside, go touch grass, go see the sky, go hear the birds chirping. Okay? Get your activity up. Because no matter what, you're probably going to need some cardio. No matter what, you need cardio. But how much is dependent on where you're starting at, where you want to be. And you want to make sure if you are weight training, if you're weight training to build muscle, that means you have to train for hypertrophy, which means you need to be pushing hard, not to failure. That's a myth. You need to be pushing hard, very hard, like 90% of what you got. You need to be pushing hard and you need to be adding weights consistently. And if you're eating less at the same time, that means you have to prioritize your protein. You have to make sure you're eating enough protein or you're going to lose your ass. That's what it is. So make sure you're actually doing that and make sure you have proper form if you are weight training. But truly, most people, they just need more cardio, a calorie deficit, and some light weights. That's pretty much it, just to keep everything toned up, everything sharp. And another myth real quick is there's no true toning exercise. You're either using resistance training or cardio, like one or the other. And when it comes to using light weights, the only benefit of using light weights is it helps with muscle endurance, but also keeps your muscle like popping and tight. And if you don't train, if you stop training something, you lose the muscle, which means you lose the shape. So that's the one thing to keep in mind when it comes to if you're going to stop weight training is you're going to slowly start losing shape of that muscle. And if you just want to keep the same size, but you don't want it to grow any bigger, just use a lightweight. Just use a lightweight. Just do body weight stuff too. That's fine. Next thing that went on for a while. Next thing is number 5. You should change your self identity. So you need to stop seeing yourself as the old version of you, the old version of you that would go get a whole gallon of ice cream, sit down on the couch with said ice cream, and finish it while watching Vampire Diaries. That's not you anymore. That's a very distant memory. Like literally, like exit that memory from your brain. That's no longer you. You have to completely make a clean slate of who you are and start giving yourself this new identity. You can make a vision board, you can make a new screensaver for your desktop, laptop, your phone. Just put things around your environment to where you see who you are now and embody that person. So start acting like the person you want to become, and then you become that person. This is the same concept with manifestation. If you keep thinking the same thoughts, reality has to prove you right. So if you keep thinking as if you're this beautiful, sexy woman that works out all the time, cares a lot about her health and fitness, then you're going to find that you care a lot about eating healthy. You care a lot about never missing a workout. You care a lot about getting your daily 10K steps in. You're going to notice that that's just who you become. So change your identity, change your self identity. No longer put yourself in environments that are low vibrational. No longer put yourself in environments that are what your old self would be doing bad habits in. So if you were someone that was a young hoe that would go out and be sleep with all these guys at these clubs and bars, we're not going out during this 3-month period. You are not to be going out. And if you do go out, it better be someone's birthday and it better be a good reason. And you better be drinking tequila soda lime or vodka tonic or something that's super, super skinny coated, okay? If you are going to be drinking. And you better track those calories because there are calories in alcohol, okay? It's not just, ooh, this juice makes me dance so much. It makes me flirt so well and talk so well. No, girl, it makes you get a gut. Okay, it makes you get a gut, breakout, ugly skin, ugly hair, looking like a big back from 3 miles away. So, no, you will not catch me drinking when I am getting ready for summer. Because I already look snatched now, but girl, I am trying to have everyone's heads and necks turn completely when I walk by. And I already be doing that, but I just I'm just devious. I love looking the best I can every day. So you should too. You should aim to do that too. Number 6, raise your standards. One more time, raise your standards. Think about who you are as a leveled up, glowed up person and understand that it's all down to your standards. How you treat yourself is based on what standards you have, who you're around, how you eat, how you move your body. So, how you spend your time. Would the glowed up version of you be doing these things? No. Would the glowed up version of you be binge eating pizza and ice cream? No, she wouldn't. She'd be going to bed at 10 o'clock latest every night after doing her full skincare routine, wake up early in the morning, get in her 10K steps, go hit the gym, have a healthy breakfast, start working. She'd be doing all that. Okay? So act like it. Raise your standards. And also, don't be hanging out with any bums. Do not be hanging out with these bum guys. Do not put off your glow up for a guy. Okay, that is the worst self sabotage ever because 9 times out of 10, if you are putting off your glow up, no, not even 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, every single time, if you're putting off your glow up for a guy, girl, he doesn't want you because real men that are serious about you want you to be the best version of yourself. And they will encourage you to always improve yourself because they're encouraging themselves to improve themselves every single day. And if you're with a guy that's like, oh, just skip your workout. Nope, deleted, blocked. No way. Not getting in here. So you don't rise to your goals, you fall to your standards. So everyone sets the same goals, be a millionaire, have a super good body, but the only people that actually hit those goals are the ones that have the standards of someone that hits those goals. So, yeah. Next, number 7. The goal is to get boring. And this one is kind of a hard pill to swallow, but truly, your life should be kind of boring at this point. You're not going out, you're not partying, you're not drinking, you're not smoking, you're eating the same foods, you're doing the same workouts, you're doing the same routine. The only thing that will probably change is the type of music you listen to or audiobooks, or it doesn't have to be completely boring. You can still have good things in your life like audiobooks, reading, trying a new habit or a new practice like learning the splits or learning how to walk on your hands while doing a handstand. But the glow up is because of the repetition. It's not the excitement or the motivation that gets the glow up happening. It's just the repetition. So you really need to lean in and accept that, okay, the next couple months are going to be a little bit boring, but I get to look at myself and fucking love how I look. I get to be that bitch that is wearing the tiniest itty bitty bikini looking so damn good. I get to be the girl that is never caught with a double chin, that looks good from all angles because I take care of myself. So when it gets boring and you feel like switching it up and really going off the deep end with everything, remind yourself of who you're so close to becoming. Because once everything is so routine and so predictable, that's when you hit your flow state. And that's when you really start to see everything change. The thing is, most people won't ever do this. Most people won't ever achieve a real glow up, which is why most people never change. They never change because they're never willing to stick to something that requires dedication and discipline. You really don't need more time than 3 months. You just need to finally take yourself seriously. And once you take yourself seriously, you raise your standards, you change your life, you change your identity, everyone else, everyone else's view of you will change too. They'll realize that you're not someone to be messed with, you're not someone that's silly, you're someone that's serious about themselves, and they'll start removing themselves if they know that they aren't serious enough about you. That's just the way the world works. So, thank you all so much for tuning in to Pretty Girl Confessions. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you want to hear about in the next video, and I'll talk to you ladies later. Stay pretty, stay sexy, and stay dedicated. You deserve it. All right, XOXO. Mwah. Goodbye.